Hello, everybody! Yes, it's me, once again. So, as you can see, we're playing the Bad End Theater. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of like an RPG game, role-playing game, you know? And you have 4 characters, and you can switch their personalities to get different endings, which is really cool. I saw Markiplier play this game. I watched all the way through, and it was amazing. I loved the game, and I've always wanted to play it. And what better way to do it is by making a YouTube video of it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. By the way, content warning right there. If you don't like any of those stuff, you can leave. Anyway, let's get into it. Welcome to the Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. Okay. By the way, when I watched Markiplier play this, I loved the game so much that I acted it in my room. So basically, I act as my superhero persona, Superboy. I act as him, and I make stories and act in my room. And in my imagination, my wife died, Lily Demon, that was her name, and I made it so that the person who's talking to us right now was Lily. That's how I did it in my imagination, and that was her afterlife. That's what I did in my imagination, and it was, yeah. What I've been thinking, I know I'm getting off track and not playing the game, but I've been wanting to create a series on YouTube, animations and that, of my characters going to different universes and having adventures. And it's based on what I do in my imagination, and this will be one of them, Bad End Theater, with that ending. So yeah, I hope I can do that one day. Anyway, let's get back into the game. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. Ooh. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. I'm gonna choose the demon doll. You can control the demon doll. You're a fierce looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Play nice. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. You find your very first bad ending, but don't worry, the story will not end here. Let's restart the stage and try again. Okay, the human doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Attack it. You kill the demon doll this time, and it doesn't resist. This is all because you choose to play nice in the first round. Are the mechanics becoming clear? Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from the doll's perspective. Yes, my theatre actually doubles as a puzzle game. Now try turning the doll's behaviour on and off to see the different outcomes. You control the human doll, you're a friendly little guy just minding your own business. How would you attack? You both attack each other at once and die together. End tutorial. I'm done. Do you understand how to play? Yes, I get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Who should we start with first? I think I remember Markiplier choosing the maid first, the maiden. How about we choose Underling first? Actually, the hero. Yeah, let's go with the hero. You are the hero! You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle, who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out. You don't get it. You're happy to protect the town people though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Bravely slaughter. Oof. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these demons if you want to reach the Overlord. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you're doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see... Did the underling eat her? I think, yeah. The Overlord definitely captured her, in fact. It's possible she already devoured her. Ooh. Idiot. Yeah. So... how I did it in my imagination, so I'm going to spoil it here, the ending, so skip around 20 seconds? Okay, I'm gonna be quick, skip 20 seconds. So the demon is... So at the end, the demon is the creator. It's supposed to be like the creator, and the person who we're playing as is the maiden. It's supposed to act as like the maiden because they have similarities, and they meet each other at the final ending and get back together. Yeah. But how I did it was, so the demon is the same, that's Lily, my imaginative girlfriend, and she's the creator of the Bad End Theatre in my imagination, and I'm supposed to be like the kind of maiden seeing her afterlife here, but I'm the hero instead of the maiden. Back to it. Thinking about the poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You've become strong from the hordes of demons you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. So, how I did it in my imagination, this ending was, in my imagination, at one point I attacked Lily without knowing it was her, and killed her. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no signs of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world, but what does that matter if you are too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return the Overlord's remains and wrapped her head in your cape to bring back to the villagers. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. That's so sad. Okay. Let's go to the maiden. Actually, the Overlord. Should we do that? Yeah. So there's 40 more endings. You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty, cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. I'm gonna do this for just one last time. So in my imagination, and what will be in my superhero series, is that Lily Demon, my imaginative girlfriend, is the ruler of hell. She was passed down the air. It's been passed down for generations from Satan himself, and in my imagination, when Satan, some people will disagree with me and maybe hate me for this, but in my imagination, when Satan was sent to hell, he changed his ways. Well, nobody knows what actually happened. He must have either been framed, or he changed his ways when he was sent to hell, and working for good and torturing the bad. And he dies, and then the air is passed down. That's how I did it. That's how I did it in my imagination. So, yeah, this would be true with the Overlord and Lily Demon, because they're both overlords, overlords, and they both have armies, so it would make sense. So, I'm sorry I keep cutting off and talking about my imagination and that, so let's just go back to it. I just can't help myself sometimes. I am so sorry. Anyway, What's their deal anyways? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole Overlord thing. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to the highest standard like that. One of your underlings walks into the room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place, guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one else comes here anyways. You see their points, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Grant them the day off. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a while. Being the Overlord sure is great. You wake up to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. Yeah, okay. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his response for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With a decisive swing, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. No! No! It's so much sadder on the Overlord's side of the story. Because you realise that she doesn't want to be bad. She's a good person inside. And she was like killed for no reason. Just brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? You spit curses weakly. You wish you would be stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. There are your thoughts as you are swallowed by the darkness. One moment. Don't mind me. I'm not crying. I actually am crying. Let's go with the underling. You are a demon underling in the service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyways. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of anyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob, and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's not tell you guys you are totally not serious about the whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod but don't seem convinced. You say what? Etat? What? Would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Tell her maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. I feel bad. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Oh, I don't like it. Why did I do it to such a kind girl? She was just an innocent maiden. Why did I do that? Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the... Oh fuck, they're gonna kill me. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Hold on, you attack the nearest human. He's old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Oh. Your audience's screams grow louder, applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. All I can think of is Stewie in Family Guy when he pushes that leg rest when Peter's blind and he trips over it and he goes, totally worth it, totally worth it. The curtains close. Performer underling end. Reset the stage. Hungry and disloyalty. Let's just get eaten. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day, but you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your god, Arceus. Lord Arceus from Pokemon. I pray to you. Don't let me die for the demons. Asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. Please, Arceus, don't let me be taken away from Garatina. Don't let me be taken by the devil. Don't let me be taken away from the devil. Garatina. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Did I know they're in a kind of simulation? Theater simulation? Something? Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already. Not a good idea. I made the underling hungry. You leave a note and venture forth to find the demon, just to, see what happens. Not long into your adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid. You think, why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. I am so sorry. Oh, I had to go through that twice, being the murderer and being the one to guide her to her death. Reset the stage. Huh. Ah, yes. And then do that. Then we can go to the Overlord. Grant him the day off. There we go, let's go! It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture. So she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stays and talks to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You're wondering what to say. Tell her, let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send the maiden away. She just got here, of course. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans and not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after them. That explains why people of the village have been left unharmed. Just because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought of humans to be violent and irresponsible. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. Aww. You're interrupted by another human in the doorway. This time, it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumoured to be captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding haven't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let her take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. Oh fuck. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe your demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. Oh god, Yandere. The Overlord is a Yandere! She will do anything to gain one another! You had no choice, you destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden. Oh god, the maiden's going to be... She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to a village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep the maiden very safe from now on. Selfish Overlord End. Holy shit. Her stay, let them go. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. Until the hero, with the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while, until your door slams shut. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed in flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Hint unsubdued. What? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. Wouldn't you think demons wouldn't be affected by fire? You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Burned Overlord End. I know I'm choosing the Overlord a lot. I just like her, okay? Okay, let's get it from the hero's side. I can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier you had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. Oh fuck. I fucked up. Oh, she's gonna be pissed! She's gonna be pissed that You find the maiden before being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. You lunge forward driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams and falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it, after slight hesitation. Okay, so the maiden kills... No. When the hero kills the Overlord, maiden is okay to be okay with him, but when it's the other way around... Maybe it's because, the maiden just thought, oh, I think the Overlord is evil. Maybe, I don't know. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge party in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Okay, we're back here. Ask the maiden what's going on. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door to see her army in lifeless bloody piles. She's wailing, it's horrible. This is your chance, hero. This is just a big misunderstanding. You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart, and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserved this. I'm gonna be a pussy, flee like a coward. But you can't return home now, your reputation will be ruined. Okay, we go back. We asked if they'll let us in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seems to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barged in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own violation? I don't know. Volition. Okay. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt at least. There's that. You ask her to return to the town with you to assure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the maiden's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks, and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved that you got the maiden out of there when you did. She suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panic sets in, and you follow to try and to stop her. The smoke is so thick. You've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. Now, no, going in there would... Am I even okay to say that? I don't know if I was allowed to say that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. Fuck. I'll cut it out. Yeah, that word. I'm not gonna say it again. You'll return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. This loyalty. Hero flee like a coward, ask them to let you in, ask the maiden what's going on. You pause when you see a group of suspicious demons standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves to you that demons are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you'd just overheard. A demon underling barges in, calling you liars. Oh, we're all trapped. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord was taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into her underling's chest, and it let out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage, so she continues to dig and twist her claws into the limp body. You can no longer watch. You look at the maiden. She's crying, her hands grasped together in prayer. To have faith in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underling's corpse, are all consumed in flames. Resigned hero end. Let's get killed by the Overlord. Yep, she lets you out. Tell her to quit yelling. Okay, when the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line from what you gathered is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. Oh fuck. You don't get to sleep long, your friends wake you up rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what the deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. She's actually not that bad, you guys. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Skip. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it will be to end on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of false confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'll just lock her in her room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. What could go wrong so many ways? What could go wrong in so many ways? You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance, your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy death make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the sass. You really didn't want to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle and they headed to the Overlord's room. Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea and that they were just going with the flow. too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they'll tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always know better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans, and then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay a lot of them. You wish he'll get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You are forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling end. Wow. That was crazy. That was a long one, wasn't it? Sorry, but... I just want to end it here. We've got 12 endings in like 40 minutes? 40, 50 minutes? I don't know. I don't know how long the video will be after editing, but yeah. Anyway, today's Halloween, so happy Halloween! I don't know if I'll finish the editing today, so maybe I will. It is 1 o'clock after all, 1:30, so I might have time to edit it for Halloween today, and to tell you guys happy Halloween. Oh god, November's tomorrow. God damn it. Anyway, so, like and subscribe. I know it's annoying, but I made a commitment as always, and you know that. You don't have to. I don't mind. I just like making videos and making you guys laugh and happy, and making yourself feel better about yourself. So, have a nice day, night, maybe life. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye!